Life is certainly not what we think it is. I found that out in 2014 when I wrote a book called Dying to Know Is There Life After Death. Now, I grew up in a haunted house, so I've always been fascinated with ghosts, with the supernatural, with the paranormal. And when I had the opportunity to write this book, what I wanted to do was I wanted to see whether my consciousness would survive my physical death. In order to do that, I ran a whole bunch of experiments. In a light-hearted way, the book is quite funny in a way. I went behind the scenes at a crematorium to see what went on. I went on a ghost hunt. It scared the bejesus out of me. I spoke to several mediums to see what they said, what their insights were. I had out-of-body experiences. I went to the Monroe Institute. I had past life regressions. And I also learnt to talk to dead people myself. Now, that was really, really bizarre. So, putting all that together and the insights that I got, one of the big takeaways that came out of that was my sense of curiosity. It just exploded, just trying to work out what is going on here. Because your normal life is just your normal little life. You just go to work and come home and do all that sort of stuff. But after writing this book and doing all those experiments, everything was turned on its head. And so much so that I had to write a second book to go deeper into the subject, which was called Turning Inside Out, What If Everything We've Been Taught About Life Is Wrong? Now, the curiosity aspect of this is where it's the big thing, because instead of just going, oh, okay, I know everything, I know nothing, and I'm going to just explore what happens. So I was invited to actually write a kid's book. Normally I'll go, I don't know. And I went, okay, I'm going to write a kid's book. And I wrote it for my 8-year-old self because I wanted to combine all the elements that I'd learnt about from the afterlife, all the insights, all the key takeaways, and put that into a book for my 8-year-old self to learn and to read. And that book was called Being Yours Enough, and it's about self-acceptance. And that has been a huge book so far. And I've written 5 books since, which have been great successes right across Australia. And so it's about nurturing that curiosity about yourself and about what you want out of life and where you want to go and what things can happen when you say yes to more things. So when I said yes to myself for writing Dying to Know, I did not know that I would swap an advertising career for writing kids' books and talking to kids about social and emotional learning. I had no idea that's what would happen, but my curiosity led me to go, what would happen if I did this? What would happen if I did that? Where would I go? And that has just changed my life totally. And it can change yours too. If you follow your curiosity and see where you want to go and go, what would happen if I did that? What would happen if I did this? And I tell you what, once you do that, your life will be completely different and you will not regret it one bit.